So these people had a great security and great food resource. And how is this? How it's happened? Like the big revolution after the fire finding? What kind of revolution changed?
Agricultural. Yeah? They start growing their own food.
Yes. They start being farmers. Okay, so they stayed in one place. Okay, and this one, it's the most special one because this woman came to 60 years of age, and we can see she's a woman because of their hips, because of her hips. She had birth, she gave birth a few times, and because of the bones and the straight of the bones, we can understand she was twice in her age from these people and from most of the people in our village, the first village in the world, the first
Settled.
Yes, the first one is 10 minutes driving from here. It's called Einan or En Malcha. And in this place, we found all these ones. And we can see also that this one didn't have any teeth down, only up. And it's happened few years because few good years before she died. Okay, because we see it's already it's healed, this part. So probably they need to work together and to cut her food really like for a baby, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The way that she was put in the ground, it's a little bit like a baby. She wouldn't survive like this, to this age, without a little help from friends and family. And what I said here, it doesn't matter, as like this thing here, come, the best friend of the man or the woman that burned right here.
It's a dog.
It's a dog. It's a puppy of something between dog to a wolf. And this is the first
Domesticated animal.
Domesticated animal in the world. It's right here. And the story, maybe legend, right? I use right the word legend?
Mm-hmm.
I heard that perhaps they tried to eat a wolf, and then they found that this wolf, it's a female, and she's pregnant. So the people say, stay in the cave and say, let's keep her, and then we have 2 meals. And then she stayed there, and the pups, there were 4, and they, from the beginning, from zero part of their life, they smelled the humans and didn't fear of them. And there is some start of the connection between humans and wolves. Okay? And if I have 4 puppies and 2 of them are like and aggressive, and the 2 other are more friendly, which one I will eat?
The aggressive ones.
Yes. And this way, we continue until the lovely pets we have today. Okay, so before the cows, before the horses, before the goats, we start with the dogs. Okay, so it's a big deal, okay? And the way that we got this, it was quite funny, because Amnon Assaf, the person that made all this museum, at the 60s, he came to this place to dig it with some French big name archaeologue, and they at the first they found some big tool from ceramica from the Romic time, cad. Okay, so the French one said, I take it to my museum, and then Amnon said, oof, okay, so the next one is mine. You promise? I promise. The next thing was this, much bigger, and it's come to us, and we still keep it in our little kibbutz. And
So there's another one in Israel Museum, right? It's
just a copy.
that's a copy of this one, yeah?
Yeah, this is the real thing.
Okay.
Here we can see a toothpick baby. So also to put in the ground a baby when the surviving statistic is so many babies died, but if you really give them a respect, it's also a sign to humanity and start of what we have between us. Here you can see the ethnographic tools, culture. Really nano small. If we start with the hand axis, so, and we come to this small, really beautiful stuff. So they found agriculture, right? We say so. After the agriculture revolution, they're starting also to give and take, to do a trading. And these ones you put to know the masa, what you give, what you get. All of this from Hula Valley in the Galilee. Here we can see אבן שחיקה that we can cut, איך אומרים חיטה?
אין לי מושג.
The one you make bread from.
Yeah, a mill. And so these are manos and matates, yeah?
Yes,
These-
you do like
It's
this,
for
and then it's made.
grinding grains into flour. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And these are still used in by people in Peru and a few places in Africa, right?
Yeah, this one from the Golan. And right here we can see a lot of lave magal, like the farmers' tools that we saw at the beginning. That was they were together with some bone to make some tool to cut the weeds. And here we can see arrowheads. Okay, because when we start having this territorial culture, this is mine, this is yours, don't come, don't take, and this wars, there were start of the wars, okay? And this one, it's something that connect to this also. It's a skull of the grandfather of the owner of the house, okay? That been put on some kind of cover, you say?
It's covered in clay, yeah?
Yeah. And this way it stays also after the bone compost. So it stays, and it's like to put a sign here. A Feldman family live, so they put the head of the family in the front of the house, and the house and the field that belong to this family. Okay, it's the start of the world that we know today. In this place, we jump to the ethnographic part. Okay, we can see right here some tools of Indian tour and some tour from Papua Guinea. It's made all from natural products. And probably used to be in Israel also. שלום. מה זה?
אפשר לבקר?
כן, אני עושה עכשיו סיור באנגלית, אתם יכולים להצטרף אליו. We talk about the ethnographic part, and after this I will make you a tour in the prehistoric part also. Okay, if you can close the door, I will appreciate it. Thank you. So, the ethnographic part. Okay, all of this stuff, it's from our time, maybe 90 years ago, and no more than this. Okay, at first I can show you a huge egg.
Ostrich egg.
Ostrich egg, yes.
מה זה אוסטריץ' בעברית?
יען.
יעין? אוקיי. yeah, כתוב שם.
Here we have a little hole that in really delicate way some person in south of Africa made and put out the inside of the egg, cook a meal from his family and keep the egg, because in these places when we are close to nature we need to worship and value what we have and use a few times, to be ecologic. So from the egg he made paint, and from another egg he also made like this
Beads.
necklace.
Yeah.
Necklace. Yeah, it's all from an egg cover. And after he don't want the necklace, he can make underwear. Everything he use again and again and again. Recycling. Okay? This is from Kenya. And this cloth is from Peru. Do you know what it's made from?
No.
Don't read.
Okay.
Here you can see a clue what it's made from.
It's made from tree bark, I guess. Yeah?
Yeah. It's made from dates. Dates tree. You can see here that if you pull it like this in very tender way, you can make some kind
Of textile,
fabric.
of cloth, yeah, fabric.
Yeah. In this side, you can see authentic bottles. From which material it's made from?
Made from gourds. Yeah.
Gourd is kind of pumpkin, right?
Yeah, exactly. Gourds,
Yeah.
pumpkin, squash, like, yeah.
Yeah. And if we go to the next room, we can see a lot kind of weapons around the world. Right here we have a bipment of sling from the Golan, just as like David used to have in the Bible. We find a lot of this kind of designed rocks that fits exactly to this tool. This tool didn't survive from the prehistoric time, but we have the proof that it's used to be used in our area in the prehistoric time also, but didn't survive. Only the rock tell us the story. And right here we have the fufu from Ecuador. The fufu, it's a huge tool that you put inside this thing, which is covered with a frog
Poison, yeah.
poison. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you do. And let's say that this Aron Hashmal eats a monkey. I do like this. And I catch him. And after I catch the monkey, what I need to do?
You have to skin it,
Skin it, and after it,
eat it.
eat it. But like this, or I want it cooked?
You want it cooked.
Okay, so make me a fire, please. So we can do fire like this from 2 woods, and to shake them real hard until here it will be starting fire. And this in some places in Africa they still do it. It's quite hard technique. And there is something more progressive. To take the sword rock that we talked about yesterday, the golden of the prehistoric time, and to take plada, some kind of metal. If we take it together, a lot of people think that two rocks make fire. It's a mat. It's not real. You need a rock and you need a metal. You smell it? So I can show you now some kind of video of make fire from the more historic way, more prehistoric.